I have a neighbor, and I recently was trying to tell him about a video I had seen that was talking about an impending real estate crash. I'll be having a guest on and talk about that sometime soon. But these people were really talking about the man had been in the market for 30 or 40 years, and he predicted the crash in 2008, and he rightly guided his clients and various other things that he saw before the rest of the market started admitting it. He is a Christian, he's not Catholic, but he said, I like to look at the big picture. I don't like to just go with what everyone's saying. I want to read the signs. So in this video, he was talking about we better keep our eyes on what's going to happen because he believes there's going to be this real estate crash by October 31st, which is going to start stock market crash and so many other things. Now, I brought this up to my neighbor because I wasn't pointed to some Catholic videos, some conspiracy theorists and various things. And I just thought it would be very important to tell him. So I said, you might want to watch this video. These are people just laying out a secular argument with facts, charts, graphs, details. And you want to be prepared. And this neighbor said, you watch too much garbage. Just go and put your earpieces in, listen to some music, and lighten up. The world is not as bad as you think. I was stunned by that. I pressed a little further and I said, well, you know, I'm not saying we're looking at the end of time, but we are seeing some scary things happening. And to which he said, everybody thinks things are happening. The world is no worse. We're fine. Go about your business. I love this neighbor, but I don't want to say stunned, but all of a sudden my eyes were open to several of the Bible verses and one in the gospel we'd read within the past couple months. One of them that I think about is it said, keep your lamps filled with oil, because when the bridegroom comes, only some will be ready and the others will say, give us some of your oil so we can be ready. And they'll say, unless there be not enough for you and us, you better go get some. And we talk about, you know, how God is going to go out and harvest and few will be ready. And I said in my head, and I don't remember if I said it out loud to my neighbor, but don't you remember Noah's Ark? I said, all those people laughed at Noah and said, things are fine. You're ridiculous. And look what happened. Only 8 were saved. 8. So many of us think, oh, God wouldn't do that. Most of us are good. The same loving God only saved 8 in a bustling city where there had to be hundreds and hundreds of thousands. Maybe millions, I don't know. We get so complacent, we think, not this time in history, not me, not that. Yeah, things are bad, but go watch your football games. Go live your life. Go get your meets and circus. We're so accustomed to what we have. I know people watch me from around the world. Thank you. I'm so honored that somehow God's allowing my words to touch your ears because I pray my words are from God. But I know here in America and some other wealthy nations like, you know, Australia, other nations in the West and more, we have so much. We live to protect our comforts. We want to continue watching our sports. We want to continue having time to go to Busch Gardens. We want to continue to have time to go see the Christmas lights at Christmas time. Buy gifts for our families, sit around the tree, drink cocoa, laugh, play games. We want to continue just mowing our lawn and leave me alone. I'm going to do my own thing. But I was really stunned in a new way. Like, people really are blind and are going to be unaware. when all of a sudden the king comes and the skies open up. He says, now is the time. And people like my neighbor would be like, what? Wait, no, I didn't, no, not now. Let me do this first. And the Lord is going to say, you were warned. Remember that time Christine said something to you and you told her, pfft. Do you remember that time so-and-so said something to you and you disregarded them? Do you know how many times I begged you to get to church and hear my word? I, the Lord your God, have been begging you to come home. I'm sorry. The door is shut. And too many of us think, oh, he's all merciful. He's just as well. And he says it in his Gospels. Not everyone who says, Lord, Lord, will be entered into the kingdom of heaven. I don't want to be one of those. And if the chastisements that have been promised are now, I want to be ready for them. And if my neighbor's right, and this is not the time, I still want to be ready for it. Because God told me to be ready. Because when it comes, you'll least expect it. Said he will come in the middle of the night. Had the homeowner known when the robbers would come, he'd have been awake. Homeowner doesn't know when the robbers are coming. Guys, not only are people like my neighbor going to be judged for not listening, you are going to be judged if you don't say something. I love my neighbor. Good. We've just enjoyed our time together as neighbors. But I know that when I get judged, I'm not going to be, I don't want to say scolded. I don't know if that's theologically correct if God scolds us. I do not want God to lay in front of me, Christine, I told you to say something to your neighbor and you didn't say it. My hands are clean, at least of that person. Are your hands clean? Are you saying to the people that God's whispering, touching you on the shoulder, whispering in your ear, go talk to that person? Are you doing that? Please, this video is about you and not people like my neighbor. Please go out and say something. Yeah, people are going to laugh at you. Yeah, people are going to judge you. But when are you going to stop worrying about what they think? That has been so loud to me lately. God says, I'm the only one who you better care what I think. Stop caring what other people think because they really only care if you fail. Because then it makes them feel better. Do not cover up the light of Christ in you because you will be judged for that. Let the light shine and you will be persecuted. Let it happen and you'll be at peace with it. You'll be at peace. The more it happens, the easier it gets. It hurts still. I just found out today someone just can't stand me and she thinks that I teach craziness. I'm going to keep on teaching craziness. And it stung, but ultimately, it's not my concern. I only need to worry about what God is going to say to me. And I beg God that I am speaking only words He would have me speak. And if I'm incorrect, I want Him to silence me or correct me. And until then, I'm going to keep on speaking that which I think God wants me to say, whether it's to you, whether it's to my neighbor, anyone in my path. And I'm imploring you to do the same. We are in a time that the world has never seen, ever, ever, ever. Never in the history of humankind has the whole entire world shut down. Think about that. And with it, the church, historical. Never, ever in the history of time have Protestants, Catholics, and Jews all at the same time been saying, something is happening. Something is different. And their eyes are being opened. We are all sensing an urgency. If you are sensing that urgency to please go out and spread the gospel. Do not put one more sin on your soul of silence, of a sin of omission. When you look at God and he's like, you're told to do that and you didn't do it. That's a sin of omission. I'm feeling this urgency in all my videos these days. I hope this helped you. I hope this gave you some incentive to do what you feel the Lord is telling you to do. I want you in heaven. I want to go to heaven. I want us to be in heaven together. Because do you know how long eternity is? You will get a chance to meet every single human being in heaven. You'll never run out of time. You'll have a mansion. But we've got to work now to get there. Got to do your part. Pray for me that I do my part. I pray for my viewers nearly every day. Sometimes I forget. That's why I say it that way. I pray for those of you that comment and ask for prayers. Not by name, because of course I can't remember all of you, but God knows your names. Let's band together to be part of the remnant, to win as many souls as we possibly can before God comes to claim his church. I'm Dr. Christine Bacon. Thanks again for watching an informational Bacon Bit. And as always, please don't forget to live your life sunny side up